Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to Cars and Coffee at Fastlane Classic Cars in St. Charles. It's also a toy drive, so we're gonna go help the kids. And it also happens to be my birthday, so I'm gonna act like this car show is made for me. Hope you enjoy. The last video performed very well. I think it's just because YouTube decided to recommend it more, but either way I'm super stoked about it. Gained some subscribers. Welcome back if you clicked on this video. A couple weeks ago I installed the lights on the roof rack. If you missed it, check it out. If you notice, I only have a light there and a light there now on top. In the beginning I added all four across the top, but when I took it for a drive after that, when I was driving to work, by the way, I'm in my work clothes, that's why I'm wearing this, but anyway, I could tell a huge difference in the wind resistance probably from the roof rack and the lights combined. Huge increase in wind resistance. You really got to put your foot into the pedal to maintain 60 miles an hour, which is slightly annoying. So I took out the middle lights, partly to help with wind resistance, but also because I think it looks a little bit more like the Camel Trophy adventure vehicles, which I think are extremely cool. I'll put a picture up on the screen. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna take those middle lights out, make the wind resistance a little bit less. It might not even make a difference, but I also was like, well, you know what, it's a simpler look and it looks kind of like those Camel adventure vehicles. Also, I mentioned in the last video that I'm moving soon, and somebody in the comments guessed it correctly. That'll be happening in early January, and it's gonna be a lot colder where I'm going, a lot more snowy, and there's gonna be a lot more open space and dirt roads and trails that I'll be able to go on for adventures, make awesome videos with the new drone, and kind of use the Jeep for what it's made for instead of being a pavement princess like it is now. I've had these traction boards for a while. They've just been sitting in the garage. I brought them last summer in the Jeep. I kind of put them on the bottom of my trailer or my hitch rack, but I never used them. The goal is to never have to use them, and they're mostly for looks, to be honest. But I decided I was going to mount them on the Jeep because I'm going to bring them to where I'm moving to. And before I mounted these, I added this spare tire bag, trash bag, and turns out this is tight enough that I can just slide these in between the bag and the spare tire, and it holds it perfectly sturdy. And I've been driving with it for a couple days and it hasn't moved at all. I also went ahead and ran a lock through it, like a bike lock, and it's perfect. Does the job. It's out of the way and it looks cool, and if I ever need it, it's right there on the back, and I won't have to get the inside dirty by keeping it on the inside. So here's an interesting thing about my channel, my YouTube channel. A while ago I started making speaker videos. I was trying to help people figure out how to make their car speakers sound better with just using their head unit, like changing the settings on the head unit. So I was kind of explaining how to change your settings in the first place and what the different settings do. And turns out I found kind of like a gap, like a content gap, and those videos are by far my most viewed videos, and I made a bunch of them. So because of that, most of my subscribers, I have like almost 3,500 subscribers, but most of them are from those speaker and sound videos, and that's just not what I'm passionate about. That's not the videos I want to make now. So the videos I make now, they're obviously very different, and those subscribers from the speaker and sound videos don't overlap to these newer videos, which is fine. So it is a little hard to figure out the types of videos I should make. I guess I shouldn't necessarily make videos to attract a certain audience. I should just make videos that I want to make, and then the audience will come. I used to be much more into speakers and sound than I am now. I had subwoofers in my last car, and I had subwoofers in this Jeep, and then I took them out. And I'm still really into, I really like a good sound system, and I hate rattles in my speakers. And so those videos are definitely very relevant to what I care about now, because I did make videos on how to fix rattles and how to make your speakers sound better. But the people who watch those videos don't also watch the videos where I lived in the Jeep there, or the videos where I just go on road trips and go camping. Those viewers don't overlap. The people that watch speaker videos are very much into speakers. So also a lot of those speaker and sound videos that I made actually got a lot of hate. I wouldn't say hate comments, but the comments weren't very positive, because people are very particular about their speakers and their sound systems and their vehicles. And that kind of just wasn't really the crowd I wanted to attract. Apparently a lot of people don't know at all how to change their stereo settings. Anyway, I thought I just would mention that, just because it is on my mind, and I thought that the new subscribers might want to know. Now I'm doing what I really want to create, and the speaker and sound videos were just trying to put out information and it was trying to help people figure out how to get their speakers sounding good. But now I'm making the videos I actually want to make. So I hope you stay tuned and come along with me, because there's some crazy adventures that are coming in the future, and I'll definitely keep making videos during those times. I know technically the 4 lights on top is more similar to those Land Rovers, to those adventure camel trophy Land Rovers, because they all mostly have 4 lights, but they're spread out. There's 2 on this side and 2 on that side, so it looks a little bit more like it like that. I did keep the yellow LED lights that I used to have on the front, where those rectangle ones are, and there are more lighting mounts on the roof rack on the rear, so that is a possibility. I could put them on the rear. They could be chase lights, because I did like the yellow LED, and they help a lot when it's foggy or snowy, which it will be. If you have an opinion about it, leave it in the comments below. Thanks, I'll read it, I'll reply. Alright, lastly, I wanted to talk about an idea that I had when it was still a little bit warmer and it was car show season. So you might be familiar with the Sean's Coffeehouse name. It's what this playlist is called on YouTube. It's what the Instagram is called. I'm kind of trying to brand that idea of a virtual coffeehouse space. That's what the blog is called. The Coffeehouse, I am planning on having it be a mobile coffeehouse that I'll build out of the back of the Jeep, and then I'll go to car shows, car meets, and serve coffee either for free in exchange for checking out the media, social media, or actually start selling it. I almost made a video a couple months ago where I made a record player table for the tailgate, and I actually made it, and the idea is the coffee shop setup would be the rear window up, the tailgate open, the record player playing music there, and then you got the coffee out of the back, either like a pull-out drawer, long drawer, or just set up a table, something simple. Either way, there's a few issues. First, the soft window is a pain. The zippers, I don't like zippers, so a hard top would definitely be ideal. but hardtops are expensive, and I have the roof rack on now, so it's kind of in the way. The main idea is to have like a coffee shop that you can take anywhere, and the image I see in my mind is driving, you know, on the side of a mountain or in the middle of nowhere, and you have your coffee set up, just like chilling in a chair, drinking fresh coffee, that kind of vibe. And then I'd share that on YouTube. But then the physical would be going to car shows and actually sharing the coffee. So this is the record player table. The record player sits here. It plugs into my battery pack. It connects to a wireless speaker. And then you got physical music at a coffee shop, that kind of vibe. And you can see, I don't know if you noticed, the zipper on the soft top is a little messed up. Randomly one day at work, it just wouldn't zip, and then I kind of forced it, and I think it skipped a tooth. So, long story short, it's messed up, and now it'll never be normal again. I can't even get it all the way unzipped. I can only go up to the corners. Luckily, I got it to go up to the corners. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to get into the back of the Jeep at all. So it'd be cool to do a build in the back of the Jeep that's more set up like either lounge vibes or just coffee shop situation. Chances are I'll do either a dedicated series to the build, and that'll probably come when the weather gets a little warmer, so then I can actually, first of all, work on it outside without freezing, and also go to car shows, because it's not car show season in the winter. Gotta wait for car show season to come around, and then I'll be able to use the Jeep as a mobile coffee shop. If you have any suggestions, comment below, or any ideas, or if there's anything specifically you want to see, leave it in the comments. The record player table is kind of like version 3, kind of, or maybe you say 2.5. The first idea was just to have a piece of wood like wedge into the bumper, and then it's just kind of standing there. But when I did that, it snapped. Didn't work. So I decided to do a typical like tailgate table. It had to be bigger than the tailgate because the record player is bigger than the tailgate. So it can't stay there at all times because it's too tall to close. But it works. It's held up by these paracord, and it's just tied back there. And the back side has a little support there, and then that's for extra support because at first it was actually bending the wood. So now it's really sturdy, and if anything, I could always use it for camping because it's a nice platform to put things. Anyway, that's all I have for this episode of Sean's Coffee House. I hope you have a great Sunday. Enjoy the week, and I'll see you next Sunday when I upload 9 a.m. Sunday mornings. Peace. But for some extra content, behind the scenes, some photography stuff, check out Sean's Coffee House on Instagram, and check out the Sean's Coffee House blog. There's also a new button on the channel. It says join. It's the new memberships thing, and it's only 99 cents. It also gives you an exclusive picture that goes next to your name, and it progresses for the longer you are a member. So the first one is just an empty jar, and then it gets a little bit fuller with coffee, and then the final jar is like this beautiful coffee jar full of coffee, and there's like intricate jars behind it. It's pretty cool. Check it out. Otherwise, just check out the channel. That's a great way to support. Leave likes and comments. Thank you all for watching.